Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed about the hybridization involving s and p orbital. We discussed how the sp, sp2 and sp3 hybridization is occurring, and how we can apply these concepts of hybridization for the formation of methane molecule, ethylene molecule and acetylene molecule. We have seen in sp hybridization, one s and one p orbital are hybridizing to give two sp hybrid orbital, and these two sp hybrid orbitals are arranged in space in a linear manner, forming a bond angle of 180 degree. In this kind of hybridization, the s character is 50% and the p character is 50%. And this kind of hybridization is happening in alkyne molecules like acetylene. We have seen in C2H2, each carbon atom is undergoing sp hybridization. So when the carbon atom undergo sp hybridization after excitation, we are getting two sp hybrid orbitals. At the same time, we have two unhybridized 2py and 2pz orbital. So when the two carbon atoms are coming close, one sp hybrid orbital of each carbon atom are forming sigma bond, while the remaining one sp hybrid orbital of each carbon atom forming sigma bond with one s orbital of two hydrogen atoms. So there are three sigma bonds. The remaining 2py and 2pz orbital of each carbon atom by side-wise overlapping are forming two pi bonds. As a result, we are getting C2H2 molecule. Similarly, we discussed about the sp2 hybridization. Here, one s and two p orbital hybridize to give 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, which are arranged in space in a regular triangular manner. Each hybrid orbitals are forming 120 degree with the other. And this kind of hybridization we have seen in ethene molecule, ethene C2H4. So here each carbon atom is sp2 hybridized to give 3 sp2 hybrid orbital after excitation, and one orbital is remaining unhybridized 2pz. So one sp2 hybrid orbital from each carbon atom forming a sigma bond. Okay. The remaining two sp2 hybrid orbital of each carbon atom are forming sigma bonds with hydrogen atom, while the unhybridized orbital of each carbon atom by side-wise overlapping are forming one pi bond. So in the molecule we have one sigma bond, one pi bond between the two carbon atoms, and remaining 4 are the sigma bonds with the hydrogen atom. The molecule is triangular in shape, the bond angle 120 degree. Also we discussed how the hybridization is occurring. sp3 is happening, one s and 3 p orbitals are intermixed with each other to give 4 sp3 hybrid orbital, and these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are arranged in space in a regular tetrahedron manner, forming a bond angle of 109.5 degree. And if you consider the case of methane, the carbon atom undergo sp3 hybridization to give 4 sp3 hybrid orbital, and these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are forming 4 sigma bonds with the 4 hydrogen atoms. As a result, the methane molecule is formed. Okay. Now, today we will discuss about the hybridization involving d orbital, how the s, p and d orbitals are intermixing for giving sp3d hybridization, sp3d2 hybridization and sp3d3 hybridization. First of all, sp3d hybridization. sp3d hybridization. So what will happen here? One s orbital plus three p orbitals, 3p orbitals one s orbital, and we have one d orbital. Results. Okay. So, one SO three p and one d, and your d z score of also will intermix to give what 1 3 3 1 4 1 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals. So, we have here the 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals. One SO, 3p and 1d orbitals are combined to give what 5 sp3d hybrid orbital. sp3d hybrid orbital, and these 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals are arranged in a space in a trigonal bipyramidal manner. Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Trigonal bipyramidal. Here you see these 5 orbitals of 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals. There are 2 types of arrangement. Here you see this 1, 2, 3. These 3 hybrid orbitals are arranged in the 3 corners of an equilateral triangle, forming a bond angle of 120 degree. What is 120 degree. While the remaining 2 sp3d hybrid orbitals is forming an angle of 90 degree with the first three equatorial hybrid orbitals. So we have two angles here, one your axial and another equatorial. So here all the sp3d hybrid orbitals are not same in nature. Three are of one kind, okay, trigonal, okay. So these are the three corners of a equilateral triangle having a bond angle of 120 degree, while the other two are forming a right angle to this first three equilateral hybrid orbitals. So we have two bond angles here, one is 120 and other is what? 90 degree. Okay. So this kind of hybridization we can apply in the molecule what? Suppose you know PF5 or PCl5, okay. So if I take your suppose you know PCl5, you will see phosphorus 15, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3px2, 3px1, 3py1, 3pz1. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 electrons are there in this ground state of this phosphorus. Now P, when excited we are getting what? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Now we have 3s2, 3p, 3s2. So here in the excited state, one electron from 3s jumps to 3d. So we will get what? 3s1, 3px1, y1, z1 and 3d1. This is your 3s, 3p, 3d. So 3s1, 3px1, y1, z1 and 3d1. Now here you see 1s, 3p and 1d undergo what? sp3d hybridization to give what? sp3d hybridization to give what one? 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals. So when I have PCl5, I have PCl5, what happens? Cl, 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 Cl. PCl5 will get what? Okay. Cl, 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 Cl. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sp3d hybrid orbital. Now this is 5 chlorine atoms, okay, with their unpaired electrons forming the bond with the P. This is what? PCl5. Okay. So if I take P, Cl, 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 PCl5. Okay. Okay, PCl5. So 5 cell are there. This is called what? Trigonal, called what? Trigonal bipyramidal. Okay, called what? The trigonal bipyramidal geometry. In this way, the PCl5 is formed with the help of what? sp3d hybridization. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so I am repeating again. In the phosphorus, one electron is jumping from 3s to 3d on excitation. Then after we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unpaired orbitals are there. 3s, 3p and 1d. That gives what? 5sp3d hybrid orbital here. Now to each the coordinate atoms are attached to give what? PCl5. As a result, we are getting the PCl5 having what? Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. This is what? Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Okay. Next, we will go for sp3d2 hybridization. Okay. Next is your sp3d2 hybridization. So what you can say, 1s, 3p and 2d orbitals hybridized to form sp3d2 6 hybrid orbitals. Okay. So if I write sp3d2 hybridization, okay. So 1s, 3p orbital, 1s orbital and 2d orbital. X y called what? dx square minus y square. Okay, plus dz square. So 1s 3p and 2d plus dx square y square and dz square of also hybridize to form 1 3 4 2 6 sp3 d2 hybrid orbital. You know what you know? Okay, now 6 sp3 d2 hybrid vectors and each forming an angle of 90 degree to each other. Okay, 90 degree, and the geometrical arrangement is what will be octahedral. Okay, so 1s 3p and 2d orbitals are hybridized each other to give 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals which are arranged in space in a octahedral manner, forming a bond angle of 90 degree to each other. Okay, so this kind of things we can go, for example, S sub 6. Okay, take S sub 6 molecule. Sulfur, you see, sulfur 16 1s2. Okay, 2s2 2p6 3s2 3px2 y1 z 2 4 6 10 12 14 15 16. Ground state. So what do you know? Ground state. Sulfur 16 excited. You go for excited state. What I will get? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p, 3d. Okay, 3s1, 3px1, y1, z1, d1, d2, 3s2, 3p and 3d. Okay, so in this way the sulfur will get excited. So we have sp3d2 hybridization, sp3d2 hybridization. So S of 6, what will happen here? S P3 D2 and we have F, 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 F. Okay. So 5 sp3 D2. Okay. Now 2 1 electron from each point atom. As a result, the molecule S sub 6 is formed. Okay. So having a geometry of what? Octahedral geometry. S, okay. F, 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 SF6, okay, SF6. Octahedral geometry, okay, we will get value S sub 6. Now we will go for what? sp3d3 hybridization. sp3d3, that means what? 1s, 3p and 3d orbitals intermix with each other to give what? 7 sp3d3 hybrid orbitals, okay. sp3d3 hybridization, okay. 1s, 1s orbital, 3p, 3p orbital plus xy, dxy plus dxz plus dyz. dxy, dxzo, dyzo, the 3 d orbitals. And 3p, px, py, pz, and 3d, dxy, xz, yz are intermixed with each other to give what 7 sp3d hybrid orbital. Okay, and here we have the 7 hybrid orbitals sp3d3 are arranged in a pentagonal bipyramidal manner. Okay, what you know? Pentagonal bipyramidal manner. Here they are divided into 90 degree and 72 degree. This is what 72 and this is what the 90 degree. Okay. Pentagonal bipyramidal manner having 7 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now we can explain this with the help of an example IF7. Okay, iodine (53), krypton 36, ground state 4d10, 5s2, 5p, okay. (5d). Okay. Now iodine 53 excited, krypton 36, 4d10, 5s2, 1, 5p, 5d, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 2 electrons from the 5p and 1 from 5s2 excited to 5d. So we will get what? sp3d3 hybridization. So we have 7 hybrid orbitals remain as what? As unpaired. Okay. Now here if I take IF7, then what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. F, 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 F. So we have 2, 4. So to each 7 iodine, 7 fluorine atoms are attached forming what? The IF7 molecule. and this IF7 molecule will have a pentagonal bipyramidal geometry having bond angle of what 90 degree and 72 degree. Okay, so this is all about for your sp3d, sp3d2 and sp3d3 hybridization.